when I started TikTok, I was just swearing at people, telling them how to do their makeup, and it just happened to blow the fuck up.
Welcome to the podcast.
Thank you.
Great to have you on here finally.
Thank you.
Why don't you quickly introduce yourself and we'll get into it.
Hey guys, my name is Kylee. I'm a content creator, 21 years old. I live in Gisborne because I can't afford to move out right now, and I am organising what I'm doing with my life, and I'm a makeup artist.
I had no idea you're only 21.
I am 21.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
So the first, when I first heard you, I guess when Joni started, you would have been like 19, 18 then. Because that was a couple of years ago now.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Sorry, that was such a shit introduction, but
No,
I
that's
just
great.
when you're under
Guys,
the
we
pump.
got the inside scoop. It's 21. No, okay, that's cool. Well, actually, like I said, where I wanted to start with is because I don't know your journey, actually. I just know all the things I've seen.
Yeah.
I don't know where you came from. Like,
Yeah.
tell me, like, where did this journey start?
Yeah. I mean, my like love for like online content creation and shit didn't start with makeup. I've been posting on YouTube since I was like, I don't remember the exact age, but it would have been literally around 10 or 11.
Really? Okay.
Yeah. And I started by making Minecraft videos. I wanted to be like all the big gamers like that, as every other child did. But I've always like had a thing for technology and production and stuff like that. So even as a little kid, I've just always put my all into content creation. Yeah, it started with like Minecraft videos and stuff. I went by Commander K was like my first like Minecrafter name.
Yeah.
And then it changed to Active Kyle. And then around intermediate is when I started to slide away from the gaming shit and into nails, actually.
Okay, cool.
And I don't know what age I was at Gisborne. Gisborne is Gisborne Intermediate. That's where I went.
Yeah.
And then it was nails first. Got the shit bullied out of me, but that just made me want to piss people off even more.
Awesome.
And then I started the makeup, got online, and but I like not blow up, but my like first like big break was when I joined TikTok. In 2020, you know, when everyone did, when we were all sitting at home, like,
bored,
what the fuck do we
lockdown,
do? Yeah.
All the lockdown babies.
Yeah. And the beauty industry like really boomed during the lockdown too. Like it was crazy. So that's
which is funny, right? Because like you don't really need to wear makeup.
I know.
But then
and
everyone was like, I got time.
Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, all I've known is social media and online. Like it's my bread and butter. And even though it can be a cunt of a job, it's like you can't really complain.
So you've really had no other work, or you've done other things? No, you just done social media.
No, I've just
because
always
you're still
done
so
social
young.
media.
Like, I mean, I don't know if I even had a proper job by the time I was 21.
Well,
so
I worked at Cotton On for like the summer after my first year of uni, but that was only so mum wouldn't whip my ass. And then that's all I've.
So straight high school, uni, and then I guess that's now.
Yeah. And then now, here I am in the deep end wondering what the fuck do I do? Because I'm like,
I love that. I want to get to what you want to do, but there's something you said there, like you got bullied, so it just made you double down.
Yeah.
I think that's really cool because I resonate with that a lot.
Yeah.
I think for like people who can go out and do the thing on their own, if you that's the mentality you have to have, right?
Yeah.
Like, you can't there's no way you're going to be able to keep on doing this thing that you love if you can't take the criticism. How did you deal with that at 11, 12? Because that can't be easy.
It's such a weird question because like obviously I get asked it like quite a lot and I don't really know how to answer it because it's like, I don't know. I actually credit a lot of my confidence to my mother because she's just always unapologetically supported me.
Cool.
And as a kid, obviously, she knew me getting into beauty, it was going to be a rocky ground, but I'm a carbon copy of my mother. She's like, we love pissing people off. And like, it's just interesting that your pure existence can really rock someone up.
It's weird,
so much. Yeah. It's like...
It's stupid when you think about it.
It's embarrassing for them. It's like,
exactly.
And and it's the cliche, like, what are they doing now? Like, I don't know. I don't talk to anyone from high school. I don't want to either.
Nah. It is a funny thing that how angry people can get over someone else. Like how much their life must suck.
Yeah.
That the only way they find pleasure is like pulling other people down.
I know. I mean, like I used to sit in class at Gisborne and I'd hear like the boys go, "Oh, miss, put Kylee Fleek on," because I went by Kylee Fleek. Now I'm Kylee just there.
Yeah.
But and I would just, I'd literally, my heart would drop to my stomach, obviously.
Yeah.
But then you'd put the facade on, like, yeah, fucking put it on. And then they would put it on and we would watch me do like nail polish review or whatever. But I think the kids just realized that they couldn't really say anything to really get to me. So they ended up just being on my side eventually.
I was
that. Like, you just have no choice.
Yeah. We used to, like, it's not the same, but it's similar. There was a good friend of mine, Lee. He was the same in high school. Every talent quest, he would come as Britney Spears. Yeah. And he would fucking crush, like absolute crush it. But he'd always win best comedy performance. Yeah. Even though he was like epic lip syncer, like did the full dance routine. Yeah. People didn't understand, so they just thought it was funny. Yeah. But people try to mock him about it all the time. And he just like, what are you talking about? I'm fucking slaying it over here.
Exactly.
Like,
and then they end up feeling stupid because you're like,
then he's just like, what?
You can't touch me, bitch.
I won.
Like, exactly.
I won the best comedy performance. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
And I used to love him for it. And he, I mean, he's gone on to become a performer. He's done a bunch of stuff from it. And that his stage name is Britney Spear Me.
I love that.
Very good. Very good. I fucking love it too. Yeah. He's so good. But it was the same thing. Like I kind of link it to like Eminem's 8 Mile movie where he like, you know, he has the rap battle where he like spits out all the stuff about him that's bad. Yeah. And so the other rappers got nothing to come at him with. Yeah. And so they wear all the weaknesses as their armor. Yeah. And no one can touch you.
Exactly. Yeah. Literally exactly.
Was there any moments in that early bit where like, you know, you said your heart sunk a bit, but like where you took it home with you? Like it really, like was there any moments that it was quite tough that you're like, or were you just kind of like, you know what, fuck you?
I like on the outside, I was like, fuck you. And I think I made myself believe like that mindset so much that it just ended up happening. Yeah. And then like, because I started so young, like by the time I got to high school, I was like, my numbers were already getting up and I was already getting opportunities that like, you know, like 16-year-olds were not getting, especially like a Māori boy from New Zealand that puts makeup on. So it was kind of like, the older I got, the less people could say shit because it's like, the fuck do you do? What do you do? Like, so no one would,
I love that. Yeah. That's so good.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It was still like scary and I hated high school. Like high school was, I didn't like it. Like I didn't get beat up or anything like that, but it was just
bullying. Making fun of?
Yeah, or the feeling every day of like going somewhere and not feeling like anyone at all understands you. I went to an all-boys high school. I went to boys high because there's not much option in Gisborne. But
yeah, that's tough. Yeah. And especially that like teenage boys are cruel.
Yeah.
Well, teenagers in general are cruel.
Yeah. Yeah, especially.
And then it's kind of like, it's just one of those things when you're the odd one out, it's easier to pick on you than it is to join you. Yeah. 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 And like even the friends that I did have during Gisborne in high school, like they weren't really friends because, you know, they wouldn't want to be with me, with their other group of friends, you know, like it was like, oh, let's play Minecraft together and let's like watch makeup videos together and whatever. But when we're at school and they've got all their other friends, they're like, fucking, you know, faggot. I'm allowed to say that. Yeah. It's reclaiming. You can say whatever you want, bro. Nah, I agree. I think it's like that. Like I think about it all the time. Like I've grown into someone who doesn't give a fuck what anyone thinks ever. Yeah. Like I say whatever I want, do whatever you want. Yeah. And when I was young, it was the same thing. Yeah. That like I knew at the time when I was young that hurt. But you know what? Fuck off. Like I don't care. I'm gonna put this facade up. Yeah. And I remember like when I was in the teenage years, like mine was different, right? Like I was a young straight white male. I was fine. Like very different situations. But like, you know, you still get mocked and things and you still like people, but you just like, you put on the facade and it became so often that now it's there.
It is
And now like my wife, Claire, like she like struggles with like people giving her shit. Like she can't read my comments of some of my videos because people giving me shit. Yeah, yeah. Especially on LinkedIn where like I like really agitate people on LinkedIn. Yeah. And she's like, I can't read it. I can't read it, you know? Because you got all these old angry guys like, you don't know what you're talking about, you know, shit. Fuck up. And so she's like, I just can't read them. And I'm like, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Like they're literally nobody.
When they're not paying your bills. So like,
exactly. It doesn't matter. Yeah. Right. And there's also all the positive ones too. Yeah. So tell me in the beginning then, so you had that was the negative side, you dealt with it. I love how you dealt with it because it's how I dealt with it too. Just fuck off. Yeah. So the positive stuff, like there must have been a lot of that early on for it to grow. Otherwise it wouldn't have grown. Yeah. That must have been weird.
I don't know. Like, I don't know why I love what I do. I just I just do.
You just do it anyway.
Yeah. And I always go with the flow. Like I don't try and like I literally went from fucking like I wanted to be a Minecraft gamer and then I went to like want to be James Charles. Like this, like I don't know. I just go with it.
Yeah.
And
was it interesting though to start finding a community that resonated with what you're doing?
Yeah. Actually, I think you probably just cracked it. That's probably why I enjoy being online so much because I never had a community to support me because I didn't. Like I had my mum and I had my girls in Gisborne that like had my back. But I think it was just seeking some sort of validation. Yeah.
I don't know if you'll get this reference, but do you know Little Britain at all?
I don't
know. There's a really famous show called Little Britain. Your age would definitely not know it. But they had a skit where it was the only gay in the village.
Yeah.
And it was just so funny because it was that. Because it's like such a common thing. Small towns, only gay in the village. And like just the shit they have to go through to like do it. And like they end up, the trope is that they almost, they're so much more flamboyant than when they're not, if you're in a big city, somewhat different. Yeah. Which is quite interesting. You almost go in the reverse, which is what you've done. Is it's like, fuck you. Yeah. Like, you don't like this? I'm going to double down on it. Yeah. And then it protects you, right?
Yeah.
But then now you found this community online. That was what I was wondering. Like, I guess my question is, or my like thought is, people who, love a certain thing, want to make Minecraft videos, want to make makeup videos, whatever their little crazy niches, they're getting mocked for it in real life, and especially young teenagers. Actually, if you go and take that online, you can find people who are also interested in the same stuff because if you like it, other people do too. Yeah. Of course they do. Yeah. You can't be the only person who likes painting your fingernails. Yeah. And like using that as like a way to like, well, fuck everyone else. Just because you're from a small town, right? Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's interesting. I resonate with that a lot actually, because that was like my childhood too. Really? I was always like it's obviously a very different situation, but I was always the too white for the Islander side of my family.
In the middle.
Too brown for my white side of the family.
I feel that on a spiritual level.
Yeah. It's just like, where do you belong?
It's weird, being in between, like not being moldy enough, but then not being white enough. I had that a lot as well during school. Like, and then being gay on top of that shit, I was just like...
It's hard, eh? Yeah. And I think that is quite a normal characteristic for people who don't give a fuck what other people think. Yeah. Because it's like... The way I sort of put it is that I never belonged in a group. Yeah. There was no group for me. Yeah. Even at school, like my group of friends, we were the like misfits of the groups. Like we were what we called like the clique of cliques. Like we weren't in the Islander group, we weren't in the white person group, we weren't in the like the nerds, we weren't in the sport boys, we weren't in, we're just this group of misfits who just all joined together and played Foursquare. Yeah. Like that was our group of people. Yeah. And then so because you had no group to belong to, you had no identity as a group identity. Yeah. So you just had to have your identity. Yeah. Like it was just Stanley.
Yeah. Like that's what it was like for me, like at the start of high school until I think around year 12, year 13, I found a couple like queer friends through some of the teachers that tried to set up a queer program there. Okay. Yeah. And it was like a little group, but we were still like the three like gay boys at school. But I was the most flamboyant. Like I can't think of anyone else in Gisborne that like, well, at least when I was growing up, that did it like me, it was just, Yeah,
100%. Okay, so we've done all that. You're growing up, you became this person. Yeah. You're 21. Yeah. And you've been like most people would say quite successful with social media, right? In terms of the numbers you're getting at the age that you're getting. But what does that look like now? Like, what do you do with that? What's the plan?
I don't know.
Yeah.
What
do you want it to be?
I would love to be content creating full time.
Because you do YouTube, all right? What's YouTube's in it?
Kind of. Like I've gone on and off on YouTube because it's a lot of effort, to sit there and just edit and edit and edit. Like I get that. It sucks. Yes. I get, Like
so you get paid for this your job. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah. See, shut up. So it's not for free. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, it is a lot of work. Yeah. But so that's it. You just want to be full-time content creator?
I would love that. That would be what I want. But it's just finding those like the job security, like long-term partnerships to make sure that like I'm not going to go to court because I can't pay my rent, especially in this fucking economy. So it's like that's why I'm back in Gisborne now because I finished uni last year, Bachelor of Commerce in Marketing. And fucking what do you do with that? So I'm just sitting here like,
nah.
you know.
It's the funniest degree because...
you know, like...
No, but, you know, there's different reasons you get degrees like that. There's a
my family.
But also, yeah, that fuck for sure.
Bro, like if they didn't push as much, I would have never went. Because to be so incredibly honest, I don't know what I learned.
No.
Maybe life lessons, but
definitely life lessons.
Yeah, but nothing about my degree. I teach myself fucking everything. So when I got to uni, I was like,
there's no one in your university no professor who could have taught you more.
Yeah.
Because you're like, oh, how many millions of people have seen you? No, no one. Oh, okay,
exactly.
shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
I remember once in a lecture, we were learning about influencer marketing, and the lecturer was like showing us like an example email on like how to hit up an influencer, and it was like, hello, I have a special offer for you. If you'd like to hear more, please hit me back. And I was like, if I got that in my email, you would get a block.
Yeah.
Tell me what you want straight away. Tell me what you're going to pay me. Tell me when it's due in one email, not would you like to learn something more? No. Unless it's like from Beyonce or something. Maybe. But
unless you've got
Alice
more
from Auckland,
reach than I do, then fuck off.
Exactly.
That's so funny. We get obviously a lot of interns who come through this place as well who are doing marketing things, and they're the same. They're like, they spend 6 weeks with us and like, wait, why didn't I get taught this at uni? Like, how much did I pay for my uni degree?
Yeah.
And it's real funny because like we don't pay our interns here. Like we purposely don't. And the reason we don't is because I'm like, I don't actually need you. You want it. If I wanted you, apply for the job.
Yeah.
If you're good, I'll give you a job.
Yeah.
Fucking 100% I'll give you the job.
Yeah.
But if you're coming to learn, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But then they come back and they're like, oh, fuck, this was cheaper than going to uni.
Like, why did we even go to uni to get a piece of paper? But I knew that though. Like in my first year of uni, I knew that it was just. No, I don't regret it or anything. And
no. I think there's other things for uni. Like, there's family reasons. That's a good motivator for a lot of people is family. Yeah. There are life lesson stuff that you learn. Like, there's a real. I think in my first year, my 20s, I quit a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that all stemmed from me being able to quit uni.
Yeah.
And I quit uni 3 times. Like I did started 3 different degrees. But that habit of like, I don't like something, so I'm going to do something else.
Yeah.
Wasn't like, it enabled me to continue to do that through my life.
Yeah.
Which meant in a lot of my early 20s, I was like fucking around a lot.
Yeah.
Because I was like, I don't like this, I'm going to do something else.
Yeah. What's for, right?
Whereas like for you though, like you haven't had that behavior reinforced.
Yeah.
Your reinforced behavior was to stick at something and do it long term.
Yeah.
You've done it with YouTube and TikTok and everything. You've done it with the degree. You've done it with school.
Yeah.
Even when it was hard, you still did it.
Yeah.
So I feel like that is a skill. Like now I see kids who come through uni and I'm like, these guys know how to grind it out.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Joni and I, we couldn't do it.
Yeah.
We just quit. Yeah, we've been successful, but
yeah.
for different reasons.
Yeah.
We've been the thing that's always held me back, and the thing that still holds Joni back, as an example, is that we're like when things get tough, we're like, you know what, fuck this, I want to do something else.
Yeah,
we change a lot.
Yeah,
but actually, for people like you, that's one thing I think. When I look at kids who have university degrees, I'm like, okay, they can stick at shit.
Yeah,
they got grit.
True. Yeah, and you have a bit of determination at least,
which is good,
I suppose.
There's a downside to it, which is they stick at stuff too long.
Yeah.
There's like a fine balance you need of
I was
knowing
just
when to quit.
Say, hey, like how do you know like when to give something up? Because it's like you could give up or your big break could just be like just there. So how do you know though? You don't. Yeah. You don't know if you just fucking.
There's a really good book by Seth Godin, who's like, Godfather of marketing. He's sort of coined as, right? Yeah. It's called The Dip.
Yeah.
And it's this idea of like you're on this rise of doing something new and it's really cool and fun.
Yeah.
And then you have this little dip of like, I don't know if I really like this anymore. I'm a bit bored or overwhelmed or whatever it might be. And it's like, you have to decide, can I ride out the dip? Because after the dip's the climb.
Yeah.
Can I ride it out and go? Or should I quit now, get on another one and I can get through that dip?
Get bigger.
Even faster?
Yeah. That's where I am now with like YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, because I like I said, I've been like on and off on it, and I joined. I think I posted my first video as Kylee and Thea like maybe 5 weeks ago.
Okay,
and that's when I had my rush of like, fuck, this is fun. Like I'm back on my shit, and then now I'm in the trough where I'm like, do I go? Sorry guys, no more YouTube channel, or do I stick it out? I don't know.
Why, if you want to be a full-time content creator, is YouTube so hard then? Why is it?
I think because like YouTube is so hard to like break into, right? Because like when I started TikTok, I was just swearing at people, telling them how to do their makeup, and it just happened to blow the fuck up. Whereas on YouTube, do things really go viral, or do you need to, you know, use TikTok or other platforms to send people there? And it's, I mean, it's already hard enough to get people to watch you for a second, let alone go to your fucking bio, click your YouTube video, and then fucking watch 20 minutes. Like it's like,
it's so hard.
Yeah. And I don't know. Like with short form content, obviously has fully fucking taken over.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know what do you reckon? I know it's your podcast.
Are you doing the shorts much?
I am.
But are they working on
They
YouTube?
are a little bit, but they get stuck around like either about 500 views or about 2,000 to 5,000. And they just don't. But to be fair, like I'm not super strategic and smart with it. Like I know some of the ones I post, I'm like, well, that's kind of quantity over quality, Kylee. But
I think I've learned a few things about YouTube because we just throw shit at a wall to see how it works and just read the analytics, right?
Yeah.
But I think from the way YouTube, in my opinion, is different is that it assesses the whole channel.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah.
Because it's going past behaviors of your video have said this thing, so therefore we'll treat your next videos the same way.
Yeah.
Whereas like on TikTok, every video is individual. Doesn't matter. Like you might have a base level of viewership because people come to your profile and whatever.
Yes. Yeah.
There might be a base level as you get more followers.
Yeah.
But in TikTok, like I mean, you can have a 10 million view one day and then you can have 5,000 views the next day.
Oh, it's so incredibly frustrating, but it is what it is.
It is what it is, right?
Yeah.
So followers aren't as important in that.
Yeah.
But I think in YouTube, the difference is that like YouTube assesses the whole channel.
Yeah.
And so it takes the whole channel. It's like, okay, this is what your channel's about and what it does.
Yeah.
So therefore we'll show it to people who like this sort of content.
Yeah.
And if each video doesn't continuously improve on that, then it starts to rank your whole channel as like, people don't really like this stuff.
Yeah.
We'll still show a few people to see, just in case.
Yeah.
But unless it's over indexing as a really good video, we're not going to keep going. Yeah. And we see the frustration with our content on YouTube compared to other channels. Like it's just really tough to get YouTube to work.
It is. But I mean, like you just said, like it's easy to get into TikTok, but those followers aren't worth as much. So it's like, you know, you get what you put in. And that's why I wanted to go on YouTube, because I feel like that's like the serious influencing, you know, like you have the TikTokers, which is not to like rank everyone. Like I don't want to like piss anyone off, but like you got like the TikTokers, Instagrammers, and then I feel like YouTubers are pretty up there. Like,
I mean, they're the biggest.
Yeah. And the like the AdSense, like their money's like all sorted out. You got like a core audience that actually knows you for you, not just because, oh, you're the makeup boy on TikTok, you know, like. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more. Like YouTube it's all roads lead to YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the biggest, it's the best creators. Yeah. They make the most money. Yeah. I mean, you're not going to get a Mr. Beast level creator from TikTok to that same level. Yeah. They always have to diversify. Yeah. But also, I think like the difference with TikTok is that it is about viewership. You know, and I think what I like about TikTok and Instagram, TikTok especially, is that you can have a video go viral out of nothing. It's way harder to do that anywhere else. Yeah. So discoverability is better. Yeah. But to get to the same level of seriousness at YouTube, it probably still takes the same time. Yeah. But you can find an audience who likes your crazy shit faster. Yeah. Like, honestly. Yeah. There's some of the shit we put up and that's gone viral and you're like, but people love it. They fucking eat it up and you're like, this wouldn't fly on YouTube. Nah, it's so different. Yeah. And I think all three of the platforms are so different. Yeah. Like right now, my Instagram reels are doing stunning, beautiful. Yeah. I go on TikTok. Yeah. Not even getting to the K's anymore. And I'm really? Like, that's just like, and I'm not like an algorithm blamer or anything. People aren't watching you because you're not entertaining enough. Yep. You know, like don't fucking blame it on the algorithm. Exactly. But it's not that. Yeah. But Instagram is definitely performing well. We love it. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, Instagram's going real well. But they're different. Yeah. And my age ranges are different too. Like, I just think because my content is like a little bit more polished, like I edit things, I put titles in, and I'm not as like raw as TikTok would prefer. Yeah. Would like the younger generation would prefer, because on Instagram Reels, like my biggest following is like 25 to 35. Yeah. I'm not surprised. Yeah, neither. I'm not surprised. And I think your content is very Instagram-y content. Yeah. Totally. It's got the aesthetic of Instagram. Quintessential Instagram Reels. It's like you almost like, that's why I was actually surprised you're quite young, because like you almost make videos like millennial creators do. Like, as in, what I mean by that is it's so polished. Drag me. No, but like you think about all the top millennial Instagram creators.
Yeah.
They're all beautiful, great content. Like that's done really, they spend effort.
Yeah.
TikTok's not. Okay, watch Joni's channel. Fucking now.
Bro,
she makes awesome videos. Don't get me wrong. She's fucking brilliant. But fuck.
It's very low effort, eh? Like,
It's not low effort, but it's just low aesthetic. The aesthetic's different.
Yeah,
because Joni puts a lot of effort into her videos, and I shouldn't take away from that.
Sorry, no, I don't mean to.
No. But I mean, even on TikTok, right? Like, it's not effort. It's style. The style looks different. Instagram's about being pretty. Yeah,
and TikTok's about being relatable, right? And like, I don't know. I mean, I kind of cracked it around 2020, 2021 when it was just simple, like pull out the TikTok app and film it. You're not taking it so seriously. And then you start getting paid for shit. Then it starts turning into a job, and then you fucking overthink everything. And then that's kind of like not really where I am now, because I'm happy where I am now, but like I've definitely lost my touch on TikTok. I know why. Like I know what I can do to get that going, but I don't want to.
That's fair.
Yeah.
It's like a real normal thing. It's like the third album of a music artist. I always think about it because the first album was their factory made one. The second one is because they were contracted to do it, so they had to, and it always flops. And then the third one they go real weird. It's always like Lord. Lord's third album. Let's go make this summer fucking whatever. It gets a little bit weird. Doesn't mean it's bad. They just get a little bit experimental and weird. Take a bunch of drugs. Do this crazy shit. And it's kind of like probably where you're at, because it's like first one, cool, fun. This is me being super creative. Second one, I'm getting paid. Like, let's do what I have to do to get paid. And now you're like, you know what? Fuck that. Do whatever.
Yeah, because like when you start worrying too much about the numbers, like money and like the followers and shit, you just crumble on all floors. Like it just, you go down. It's such a cliche thing to say, but like if you don't genuinely enjoy like content creation and shit, you're like never gonna. Like, I mean, maybe you could Annapol it and fucking blow up overnight, but longevity wise, like, I don't.
I think there is, I think there is like certain things, like if you are good at making content and you can find a style that's easy enough and repeatable enough and that it just seems the algorithms found the people. I think a lot of people mistake that as like, oh, they're just like doing whatever and it goes off. And it's like, if you really break it down, they fucking nailed it. I look at that on my Instagram reels. Like when I first get started, I know that like, here's a makeup tip for every step in your routine. People love that shit. Or I'm doing eyeshadow with only one brush. People love that shit. And there's another one that's doing my makeup up close in 4K. I've done like 20 variations of those, but it's because just every single time they goes
hit.
Off.
And that's what you do, when you go viral, you milk the shit out of it again and again and again until you're on to the next thing.
And even when it starts to slow, you just hold it. If you that's what I would tell lots of people, because like if you see it now for our water challenge, like Joni and I know, like it's only had 2 videos that have popped off properly. Like there's been heaps of like 200-300K videos, which is not bad at all. But we've had 2 in the 2-3 million. And we're probably due for another one now. To be honest, it might be your collab with Joni if you do it today. It could be, because it's about 1 or 2 days away from now. Because we just know it's like every couple of weeks one will go off.
It ticks off,
And if you just hold it, you keep getting these moments, and then like, we've gone up by, what is it up now, 46,000? In less than a month? 46,000 followers just by doing this thing, but only from holding the joke. Literally last week, Joni's like, I think we're done. It's over. And then she was sick the week before, and then last week she was sick. And it went up 10K, and she was like, oh, maybe I was wrong.
And I was like,
I guarantee you're going to get one more video. It's going to pop off. It's going to go up another 30,000.
Because it went 6K over a weekend.
So, just over the weekend. The Jackie one just went off again over the weekend, and then goes off. But what people do is like, 100%, you get a style, it works, you get a viral, double down, go as hard as you can. And then just as you think it's finished, just do like 5 or 6
more. A little bit more.
Just do a little bit more, and you'll get another one pop off.
Well, I find people don't like really get sick of repetitive stuff like that. Like the first thing that comes to my mind, do you know who Meredith Duxbury is?
Oh, no.
The girl on TikTok who would take copious amounts of foundation and like rub it on her face.
Oh, really? No.
She went sickeningly viral. Like she is pretty up there now. But she would just post that.
Oh, yes.
Every day. Yeah. Over and over and over and over again until it was just like literally 10, 20 million views per video. And it's the same shit. She's just sitting there pissing people off. Like that's also her shtick.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What about that Yasin? Do you know the guy I'm talking about? Yes, the big fat dude, the dibbity skibbity dip dop, that guy.
Yeah.
Bro, have you seen this guy?
I know what that is, but I don't
So
know.
he's this massive fat dude.
Yeah.
And he jiggles his belly to it.
Turkish, I think.
Yeah.
Turkish dude. Yeah. He's like 15 million followers.
Same shit, hey? Yeah.
It's the same clip every time.
Yeah.
And he just
That video there's like a few hundred million views.
10 million likes.
Yeah, so it must be 100 and something million views.
But
420 million views. Wow.
420
That's
million.
fucking
Shake
cool.
my fat belly, bro.
that's cool, but like I think like with Meredith, she was able to commercialize that. How like
so he does
what
it
does
for
he do?
restaurants.
Yeah. He does it in
I
front of
see.
restaurants.
Yeah, I knew there was something.
Yeah,
I
He
just
does
didn't
it
know
for
what
restaurants.
it was.
Yeah. So that restaurant there would have paid him fuck all because it was one of the first ones.
Yeah.
They had 420 million views. The amount of people who go to Turkey. Turkey is the 5th largest holiday destination in the world, or 6th largest holiday. So
yeah.
everyone who goes to Turkey is going to be like, oh, we should go check out this place.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fuck, are
I
you
see.
kidding
No, I
me?
knew there'd be an answer. I was
Yeah.
just like, I wonder what it is on that side.
Yeah.
I don't know anything
But then
about
there's
that.
like the commercialization of your content is always the bit that people can't think. They don't think outside the box.
Yeah.
And this is like something for you to do now. It's like the obvious thing for you is like, oh, I make makeup content, so I get makeup sponsors.
Yeah.
But like, it's like the next level of thinking
Yeah.
and the next level of like ideation that takes things to the next level.
Yeah.
Like, and that's an interesting thing I wanted to ask is like, you obviously can get paid for the content on YouTube or, you know, creator funds or whatever as they come around.
Yeah.
And you can get brand deals.
Yeah.
But how else have you, or how else do you think you could make money, or are you wanting to make money from it?
Yeah.
Do you know?
I only make money now off of like sponsorships and brand deals.
Because we're New Zealand and there's no fucking creator funds.
Exactly. Yeah. I kind of have an idea. Like I've got some things going on that I can't talk about,
that's
but
fine.
I do have. I've got some
Are
stuff.
they like, without talking given detail, are they like your own businesses for it, or what is
Kind
it?
of.
Kind of.
Yeah, it's like it's selling a product,
Okay,
which
cool.
is yeah.
So making your own version of your own thing. Yeah, cool. And that's always like a natural like way for people to do it.
Yeah.
But I actually think like for pure content creators,
Yeah.
I think there are other ways. Like there are other ways like expand the content.
Yeah.
So everyone's like, oh, but this is the only thing that works. It's like, why don't you just start something else as well?
Yeah,
You know, this
yeah,
is like
yeah.
what's her fucking name? What's the chick with the big fake tits who blew up?
Which one?
No. We talk about her a lot. She's from Miami. Hot Mess. Oh gosh, she's her name. So anyway, I saw her for the first time. She was like 70K followers like late last year. And I said to Joni, this chick's gonna blow up. She's like, why? I was like, I can see all the elements. She's got the strategy. Someone's told her. Someone's given her a strategy. She's fucking on it.
Yeah.
And then she just kept going. Next thing we know, she had 5 million followers. So go Hot Mess podcast. I know her name. I just fucking gone blank.
Because I searched Hot Mess Miami and I got a bunch of Pornhub links. I was like, okay. Oh, Alex Earl.
Alex Earl.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Alex Earl. Do you know Alex Earl?
Ah.
She's like,
She's massive
Oh,
now.
she's
She's
stunning.
fucking massive now.
Yeah.
She probably did. She's from a really wealthy family.
Yeah.
They paid for a publicist and the whole strategy. Right. She's got a whole thing.
Yeah.
But she had to do it. She's
Yeah.
definitely done it all on her own because you can tell that like the
Yeah.
videos in lo-fi, like she's done on her phone.
Yeah.
But she's had a proper strategy for it.
Yeah.
And she was one of the girls who like really made Get Ready With Me conversations go off.
Really?
She was getting 20 million views a video.
Holy
Just
shit.
doing her makeup, getting ready.
There's heaps for Get Ready With Me.
Bro,
Like
100%. Went off. Absolutely insane. But she had a strategy. Like she did lots of different stuff. She wasn't just doing Get Ready With Me. If you go back, you can see it. She's talked about it.
yeah.
So anyway, she was making heaps of money being a TikTok influencer.
yeah.
But then she created the podcast, the Hot Mess podcast.
Yes.
Gone off.
Yeah.
Been like essentially like sold the rights for it. Like people are buying the content to play.
Yeah.
She got contracts. She's getting like people sponsoring it, all sorts of stuff.
Coming in at all angles.
Going off because it's
Yeah.
long form content now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They're getting
Yeah.
people over to it.
Yeah.
So I think that like that's just one example of like how do you take something and then if you're a content creator, how do I make other content that's I can now sell to other things?
Yeah.
You know? Like
Interesting.
there is no way you couldn't make a fucking crack up show.
Thank you. I like
Are you kidding?
I want to angle away from the makeup now, not away from it, but
a different thing.
Yeah, I kind of want to do what like James Charles has done, where he started as a makeup boy, still is known as the makeup boy, but is still covering all bases. You know, I mean, on TikTok, the other videos that are not makeup related that do pop off are like the ones where I'm on a brand trip and I'm like, I'm going to try this rich people food. Those popped up. Fuck off. I remember I went to Sydney like a year ago or something and I was trying tomato soup in some rich hotel and I was like, I forgot what it was. There was like that much tomato.
I remember seeing it.
I think maybe 10 million or something like that. And I was just
Is it really? Is that what it got to?
It was mental. And then I got a fucking, I'm a Daily Mail article bitch now. I'm like, I'm part of that crew over fucking tomato soup. But then again, like that was cool, but it didn't really do that much for me. It was just a cool little.
You got to keep doubling up on it, eh?
I know, but I don't know if I do want to go.
No,
if
no,
that's
of course.
the image I want. But it's just interesting that does.
Yeah.
Well, I know it's because of my personality and how out the gate I am, and like because not
unfiltered.
I hate that shit. Like love everyone, but hey guys, I just can't do that. And I think that's why.
Yeah. It is it's definitely like strategic to be advertiser friendly and like doing the type like you know like there's a few creators that I know quite well who are very advertiser friendly and they make really good money. Like,
of course,
you know, real good money because of it. They play the game and they say, look, is this the content I want to make? No. Yeah. But do I want to look after my family?
And props to you. Like, I mean, I'm not judging anyone. We all have our own hopes and stuff, but that's not my hope. My hope is not to become rich just because of making content. Like, you know,
you want to do stuff that you enjoy.
Yeah.
So I think that you can. Like, obviously, like, people look at our content and be like, how the fuck is this agency actually get the clients? And I was like, because I don't give a fuck. Yeah. That people want it. Yeah. You know how many people want to say the shit we say and make the content we say?
No, I know. Yeah. I get the same thing as well. Like when I go on these trips, like all the girls are like, I could never make a video like that. And I'm like, but why not though? Like you could though. You could. I also understand that I do have like the privilege of like being a male as well in that space. Like I totally understand that I do get a bit more leniency around the swearing. And being like the token gay advertiser, you know.
It's almost like they can't tell you off because they're there.
Exactly. Yeah, like they're too scared.
Because of hate crime. Do you know it's Pride Month? Fuck you. I love
like,
that. That's
also,
funny.
There's not many other people to choose from, at least in the New Zealand market. Yeah. With what I'm doing. So it's kind of like, fuck, if you don't like
globally,
it. Globally
though, right? There's not a lot of people who fit your niche.
You think?
Oh, I think they're not compared to the girls who are doing it.
Yes. Oh, right. I see. Yeah, I agree with that.
So the girls can just get, bro, there's just another girl. There's lines of them out there doing makeup content.
Yeah.
Like, but the reason that you're like a male doing it is blown up because there's not a lot of people doing it. Yeah. But there is a whole bunch of people who still look like you who want to use makeup. Yeah. And there's also women who will do the same thing. Yeah. Because you're still appealing to both sides. Yeah. Like it's a very good niche to hold.
Yeah. I mean it's working. Yeah. And it's fun. I love it.
Yeah, well that's it.
I love it.
I definitely think that there's something else for you. I mean, I'm not going to sell it for you right now on this thing, but I definitely think there is finding the right sort of show. Yeah. This is the thing that we're pitching to all our clients at the moment. Yeah. Is that most of our clients aren't personalities, right? They're brands. Yeah. So you can't be an influencer like an influencer can because you're not a personality. Yeah. So then create a TV show. Yeah. Just make a TV show. Yeah. And then I think for personalities like yourself, that's also the option is that, okay, I've got the personality channel. Yeah. Now what's the TV channel? Yeah. And then a lot of people will be like, oh, you know, I really hope it like, this is going to sound real bad because I know lots of people who have done this, but like they'll go to reality TV shows or they'll go into these, you know, whatever it is. I'm not going to get into it. Yeah. And some of them love it and they want to be on it and props to them. But like, why don't you just start your own?
Interesting.
You know?
Yeah.
Just start your own thing.
Yeah.
Like we talked about it with, I talked about it with someone, Oz Nixon. Actually, he did go on to just do their own shows.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
They just did do that. Yep. But I remember talking to him like, I think it was Nixon. I can't remember. I was like, why don't you do like your own like Big Brother house or was it Nixon? I can't remember.
Bro, I've had that fucking idea before too. Yeah. I have fucking told TVNZ that. I don't know if I can say that, but I've said, what are you doing, bro? Yeah. Like, I feel like the influencer market in New Zealand is so small and like so many young kids look up to creators like Nixon and Judah and all of that would pop the fuck off on TVNZ on demand. Like, I think it would be so successful, but that's just trying to pitch to these mainstream bitches that this is gonna work. Like people actually do care.
I think it's the same mentality that we're trying to pitch to these networks who have no money, by the way, because they've just laid off all their stuff.
I know.
But we're trying to pitch them. They have no money. They don't know how to make the money either because the world's changed and New Zealand's too small to make a difference. But it's why, like, I don't know if you've seen some of our content lately. You probably haven't because it's been some of my real niche content. But like, we have always been, like, everyone's always kind of come to us and like, why don't you guys start an agency for talent agencies and stuff? You're doing it anyway. You're as big, if not bigger than most of the creators anyway. So why don't you guys do it? We had a little dabble out of it about a year and a half ago, but we weren't resourced up. We were like 12 staff back then.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we are looking at doing it now, right? Like we got 31 of us now. We can manage it.
Yeah.
But the difference in what I want to say to creators when we actually go out to, we haven't actually gone out to them, but when we do go out and try to see if creators want to join is like, I don't give a fuck about your brand deals. Like we can do it. That's mechanical.
Yeah.
Someone's going to be answering emails. Fine.
Yeah.
That's not where an agency would really add value in New Zealand. An agency is going to be like, you four get in that room and do the show. And then I'll get a sponsor for the show.
I want that.
You know, like our show Dating Void that we created.
Yes, yeah.
We've already got a sponsor wanting to pay for it. Already.
That's so cool.
We only, was yesterday our third one?
Yeah.
Yeah, our third filming.
Yeah.
So we did our third filming yesterday and we've already got someone that's like probably going to give us 10 grand a month.
Holy shit. That's
Which
huge.
is more than pays for everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? And then we can do the next show.
Yeah.
Right?
And then it's just snowball effect day. Then it's up to the fucking stars. It's just getting that ball rolling. Yeah.
But you know, like a network like TV3 or TV2 or something, to do a show like Dating Void, that would need the sponsor to probably pay them 100 grand a show. A show.
Yeah. Because of that
Production
mainstream
cost.
budget. Yeah.
They can't do it for cheaper. Right? But like our guys are like doing it for like their salary. Like they're not, those guys just overproduce shit.
Yeah.
Too crazy. And that's not what people want to watch.
Nah. Big Brother, chuck some fucking cameras up in every corner and just maybe stir it up a little bit in the background.
But even reality TV, that level is so expensive to produce.
Yeah.
Because they just have so much going on. It's just like, like I get it. Our Dating Void maybe not as good as fucking Maths or Love Island. I get it.
Yeah.
But you give me 10 grand a month.
Yeah.
And I'll get it to that level. And then once I'm at that level, I'll charge you 20K a month because now you'll want it because I'm getting the viewership.
Yeah.
But because I understand social platforms, we're getting way more viewership than anyone else. Yeah. And then we'll just keep stepping it up from there.
Yeah.
But when you go to production, like to TV3 or whatever, it has to be there from day one.
Yeah.
They don't allow you to learn to get there.
Yeah.
Like our first episodes are shit.
It was rough.
They were rough. I'm so glad they're gone now.
Camera and everything.
Bro, that was so bad. The first 5 episodes, I'm so glad they're out and done now because now we're on to slightly better ones. And then last night's were fucking really cool production. We used the new COVID theater.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. But that's why what we want to do as an agency is like, we can't offer anything else different with brand deals. No one can actually because the market dictates that. All we're doing is really facilitating something. And I always think that's kind of a scummy part of agencies is that they're just like clipping a ticket. I get it that they do stuff. I'm not taking away from them. They do a job. They fill a need. But I don't want to add to that because I don't need to. I think that if we were going to do the agency piece, it's like, how do we take this talent who are fucking talented as shit and say to them, here's a support network around you to make you shows?
Yeah.
And that's why I keep saying to I've been saying it to a lot of creators I met lately is like, just make your own show.
Yeah.
Just make a show. And then like, it's not hard to get naming sponsors. Look at Morning Shift. Yeah. Do you know the Morning Shift?
Nah.
You've not watched that? The Morning Shift?
Nah.
The fucking...
I don't think so.
You've definitely seen
Bro,
it.
you've definitely seen it.
Yeah,
they're like 1 million followers on TikTok now. They started last year.
Yeah.
They have like a podcast sort of setup.
It's like the Clothing Guys podcast.
Guys?
Have you seen these guys? Oh,
I don't think it's my market. No.
no, it's maybe not.
No.
These guys, so...
You guys?
Nah.
Do you know Clothing? Clothing
I've seen it
is
like on a
streetwear.
jersey.
Yeah. It's streetwear, right?
Okay.
I like... Stan Walker's like one of the creative directors for it and stuff like that.
Okay.
Like they got a whole story. They're cool. A cool brand.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't wear their clothes, but they're cool brand.
Yeah.
Like I just don't wear those sorts of clothes. But they started Morning Shift as a marketing tool to push the clothing because how many people really like to watch reels about hoodies? Oh, I got a new hoodie, guys. No one gives a fuck, right?
Yeah.
So then they created this like drive time radio show essentially. Like it's like drive time radio.
Yeah.
It's all it is. Actually, the guys are from MyFM.
Yeah.
Like it's funny as shit. They got all these segments. It's hilarious. They're the #1 podcast in New Zealand now. They got 1 million followers on TikTok, a few 100,000 on Instagram.
Yeah.
Goes off on
Fucking
YouTube.
mean.
They're in
Yeah.
New York at the moment of T-Pain.
Real.
Like it's fucking crazy, right? It's gone
That's
off.
cool.
It's like 14 months old.
Mean.
And they have naming sponsors. Like Chemist Warehouse sponsors it to be produced. So now like Clothing has a podcast that people pay for him to produce to sell his clothes.
Perfectly done.
So you think you're going to make a product.
Yeah.
So you're already got you.
Yeah.
Who's going to push the product.
Yeah.
But like you can expand that open
Yeah.
to other things by having these other channels.
Yeah.
Because like a podcast, just say it's a podcast. Doesn't have to be a podcast, but let's say it's a podcast.
I have looked into
let's say it is a podcast about whatever.
Yeah.
It can open you up to new audiences who don't really care about your makeup videos.
Yeah.
But they do care about this stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Podcast was definitely hugely on my mind, like around the new year, this new year, because like I said before, like I wanted to angle away from makeup. I know that's my niche and I know that's what works, like being a makeup teacher for beginners, but bro, there's only so many fucking makeup tips I can give. And like, I love the makeup, but I think the gold lies in my personality. That sounds like up my ass, but it's just true.
No, it's true.
Like, yeah.
It's true. Of course.
And I've looked into making that a podcast, but it's just, I don't know. Hey,
like, I think podcasts are obviously like pretty hard to do and there's a lot of effort in them. And like, this is like the most low, like it looks like a whole bunch of shit in here because we've got cameras, but it's actually the lowest effort work we put into anything.
Yeah.
My podcast, the reason I did it, and I'll share it so that you understand, like, you don't just do things for getting brand deals or whatever. You always got to look at like what's the bigger picture. Yeah. So for me, so this is episode 56 or something.
55.
Like 55. Yeah. So this is the 55th one we've done of this, which now means I've talked to 55 New Zealand creators. Yeah. All the brands have seen that I've done that.
I was going to say, it's kind of iconic. Like everyone knows what this.
Exactly. Yeah. And like most of the viewership is other creators. Yeah. Actually, most, if you actually look at last year's Spotify Wrapped, we're the #1 podcast on 50 people's thing, which is awesome. I was like, holy shit, people watch our podcast. They're all creators. Yeah. Like they're all creators. Because they all told me, they all tagged me and I was like, oh, that's so cool. Yeah. Like, you've got 400,000 followers and I'm your #1 podcast. That's pretty damn cool. Yeah. We only get 20 people watch it, so that's cool. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like, I mean, the clips obviously are where we get all the viewership. Yeah, and that's obviously where it is at. Yeah, the short. But now brands in New Zealand look at us as the center of the universe for creators in New Zealand. Yeah. Right? Yeah, because you've kind of done that. That's what they think. Yeah. They're like, well, Attention Seeker is one of the biggest accounts in New Zealand. Yeah. And stands fucking with all the creators. Yeah. So I don't need to make money off this podcast. Yeah. Because brands come to me thinking, oh, fuck, he knows everyone. Let's go talk to this guy. And then we bring them in the agency. Yeah. So when you think about a podcast, you don't even really necessarily need the podcast to generate revenue. It can in the future. Yeah. I would do it as finding a new audience who might buy your product. Yeah. Right? Yeah. That's how I'd look at it. And then you're going to build that podcast faster than say what I would. Yeah. Because it's going to be closely aligned to what your niche is, but also your personality. Yeah. You can run a thing out. Yeah. Like my content, especially on this sort of stuff, is like, I mean, it's not clickbaity. You know, like it's not that sort of content. So it's always going to grow slower. Yeah. But you could do some funny as shit. I know. Entertaining stuff. Yeah. I literally have all the fucking gears. I bought like that Shaw, that big. If your mum's like you. Hey? If your mum's anything like you, is that what you said? She is. We've made some videos together. Bro. Whenever she's on one of my reels, it goes off because she's identical. A bottle of wine, you and your mum. Bunch of candles just around. That would be fucking funny, bro. It would be, I think. And my mum me and my mum get into it as well. Like I love debating with her. She hates debating with me. And imagine if it blew up and you got a naming sponsor who paid for the production. You and your mum don't have to work. Yeah. I seriously think that like for creators who've got this very niche channel. Yeah. And they're trying to go on this full time. Like, what else can you do? Yeah. What other content can you create? Yeah. But create a whole new channel. Yeah. Like, don't just try like slip it into your own stuff. Like, create a whole new channel. Yeah, because that's what I was thinking as well. I was like, I wonder like what is better to like stay with the audience you've got or create a completely new one. Yeah, it is to build a new audience without like getting it all wishy-washy and shit. Well, if you think about like me and my team, so if you just look at me, Joni, and Attention Seeker, just the three of us. Yeah. My audience and Joni's audience aren't the Attention Seeker's audience. Yeah. And you can see it because we get comments on our Attention Seeker one all the time going, is that the Joni from Joni and Emily Joni? Yeah, I've seen or other way around. Like, oh, is this the Attention Seeker? They just don't know that we're the same person. So it would be like, it wouldn't be wrong of you to think all of Joni's followers are the reasons we got attention seekers followers.
Yeah.
But it's not.
Yeah.
They're not them. They're different people.
Yeah.
And then my followers are the same.
Yeah.
Like most of my followers on my TikTok are either most of them are small business owners and then creators in New Zealand because of this podcast.
Yeah.
And so you have 3 different channels that we can market through to all different people.
Yeah.
So now it really is 1 point something million people you can talk to.
Yeah. You
know what I mean?
It's like you're starting. Yeah. It's like you're building like an empire.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, we just recently hired Busky and Curls. So between them's 500,000 followers that are all different again.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking Curls is like 98%
Yeah.
New Zealand. What's your demographics? Must be global.
It's a lot of USA.
Yeah, I was going to say.
USA is quite high.
Yeah.
And then it's New Zealand and then it's Australia.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It used to be New Zealand before
when you first started.
Yeah, before like you started getting like the actual virality and then it was
Has to go.
USA. Yeah.
Yeah, fucking Busky was like, oh no, Curls. Curls was like 98% New Zealand.
That's crazy.
He's like 100K.
That's
and I was
so
like,
focused.
That's so good.
For
That's
New
why he
Zealand.
gets such good brand deals because everyone's like, oh, it's all Kiwis.
Yeah.
And his topic is about New Zealand, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
So we got that, and there's other people. Connor's got about 100K across his channels as well, and then we've got different channels with different stuff.
Yeah.
But it allows us to we're casting a wider net.
Yeah.
So we've got all these different audiences we can talk to about different things.
Yeah.
And there's a tiny percentage in every one that are perfect clients for us.
Yeah.
For whatever it is we want to do.
Yeah.
So you could have a similar thing where it's like, oh, I've got this show that I've created. Me and my mum drinking wine, having a laugh. That's going to be such a different audience to your normal audience.
Completely different. And that's what I would want.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Because now you can get, so you're already getting brand deals, you're getting brand deals for your main channel, but now you're getting brand deals for this channel.
That one. Yeah.
You know?
And
you're
then
not
once
getting,
that money starts raking up, it's a snowball effect.
That's
It's
it.
just then it's
it doubles
it's
the brand
on.
deals.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because as a full-time creator, I know because I hire creators, so I know that doesn't take you 10 hours to make one video every day. So you've got the time and capacity to do it.
Yes, most definitely.
So that I think is smarter than trying to. I mean, you can definitely double down on your main channel.
Yeah.
Because if you can get that to 10 million, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But it's not that easy. Like, I kind of feel like when you're growing a following, it is kind of like this. But this peak part where it starts to take off, where it starts to double, the gaps between those jumps are longer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally agree. I've seen that. Yeah.
Like we went from we were 700K October last year, and it's taken us 8 months to get to 800K.
Yeah.
That last jump, took us ages to get that next bit.
My accounts are exactly the same. Like went from 10K to like 380K on TikTok in like 4 days. And then now I'm at like 480 and it's been 4 years. So it's like,
was it really that short?
It was seriously that fast. It was really fast. It was the contour video that blew up. And so I doubled down on it and I bang, and I milked the shit out of it. 4 videos out, and they just all
that's so good,
all blew up. But then it just to nothing again. And then Instagram, I had a little burst. Maybe a couple of weeks ago, I got 100K in about a month, which is
That's
good.
Awesome.
But then I'm like, well, fuck. Now we start the beginning of the trough again. But
that's it. But you can have that's why I think starting multiple channels.
Yeah.
You can have every one of them's always going off.
Yeah.
And so you're getting different opportunities from each of them. And because you're full time, you've got the time.
Yeah.
You got the time. That's why I say to these guys, we can do this. We can do multiple accounts all the time. There's fucking 31 of us.
Yeah.
I'm sure we can make this work, right?
Yeah.
You know? So I think the reason why I say to do this is that for a lot of creators, we're trying to go in and sell, especially when you're 21, you're trying to go in and sell too early. And actually, if you just focused on build.
Yeah.
And imagine if this time next year you had 5 million followers.
Amazing.
No, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
Bro, we met, what was her name? Fuck. I've gone shit with names today. We met one of the big influencers in New York. Haley Bailey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry, thank you, bro.
shit.
So we met Haley Bailey last year in October.
Did you?
And that was 11 months since she posted her first video.
Yeah.
11 million followers across her platform.
She's fucking huge.
Now she's everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
She's only been doing it not even 2 years yet.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of the people who blow the fuck up come out of nowhere.
Actually, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
But what she did, she was so cool to listen to because she she was already, she's a model, by trade. That's her thing.
Yeah.
But she's very smart. Like she's a scientist. She's a scientist by trade as well.
Yeah.
So she's really smart. So she understood it. And then she got asked to be on the guy's like, hey, how much do you pay for rent in New York? Oh, I paid this much. Can I do an apartment tour? Yeah. And she had been married, her ex-partner. Like, that's the whole story, right? Like, she had a very nice apartment.
Because it was a $17,000 a month apartment in New York.
Yeah, I had
US.
Yeah.
In Soho. It's fucking beautiful, her apartment. And so everyone was like, what? And then so that video was blowing up. It was because of that video she put her first video out. And then she caught the wave. Yeah. And then she just understood it. She made characters. She understood it, doubled down and kept going.
And just got it.
And just went. And it just blew up overnight.
Yeah.
But I don't think a lot of people are smart enough to do that. But my point of the story is when you're that big, you don't have to worry about like you can people come to you. Yeah. You don't have to worry about starting a product.
Yeah. When you reach that level, that's like star level to me. Like that's when you like, or like Anna Paul, like that bitch has made it. Like she's set for life. Yep. And it's like,
you don't have to worry. And so like actually when you're 21 living at home, you can do it. Just like go all in on content production. Yeah. Just be like, okay, I know I'm on my third album. I need to do some crazy shit. Let's fucking go. Yeah. What's all the ways I can do it? And just like make a plan. Like how big can I get? Yeah. Because I tell you, like you don't have to do any of the hard work once you're massive. Yeah. It's different if you're like, I think if I'm talking like 30-year-old creators who are like maybe got a kid or wife or whatever it might be. It's like, okay, well, you can't just do that. Yeah. Like you got people to support and things to do. So like let's be more strategic with the monetization of this content. Yeah. But with you, like you at that peak, that part of your life where it's like, I can go all risk, high reward.
I know. I've been telling myself that like since I moved to Gisborne after uni, because I can't fucking afford to live in Auckland. So I moved home. And I don't know, like I said that in January. I was like, this is going to be my fucking year. Like I don't have a fucking job. I have all the time in the world. Yep. But, you know, life has all other sort of things going on.
No. You know what it is? It's Stephen King talks about this. So Stephen King, the author. So he's one of the most prolific authors ever. Yeah. He every day gets up, like say he's self-employed, obviously he's an author. He gets up every day, goes to work at 9 o'clock. Yeah. Does 2,500 words every single day. Yeah. Finishes his day at 5 o'clock. And people are like, why do you do that? Like, one, you don't need the money. Yeah. But two, you're an author. You can write whenever you want. He's like, but that's not how you be creative. Yeah. You be creative by doing work. Yeah. The work leads to the creativity. Yeah. And like, so he goes to work every day. He has a target he has to hit and he does it. Yeah. And he's like, most of it goes in the bin. Yeah. He's like, I do nothing with it. Yeah. Because I go to work every single day. Yeah. I just grind at it every day. Yeah. He's like, it's like getting the reps in. And so where a lot of people who go, I'm going to go full-time content creating. It's like, yeah, I'm going to do this. And then it's like, oh, but today I got to do this thing. Oh, then tomorrow I got to do that thing. I know. And then it's like 3 months later. And it's that January when I was saying to everyone I was going to do everything and all of a sudden it's June.
Yeah. Literally. Story of my fucking life. Yeah, bro. And like I love Gisborne and it's great to be there, but it is very isolated, like on the East Coast. It's far away from just everyone in there and it can feel like super isolating over there. So I want to come back to Auckland as quick as humanly possible. Like I would be back very quick and then I wouldn't have all the time because I'd need to get a job. But it's just to get my feet running. I need to get myself out of Gisborne. I can't focus there. Home is nice and living with family is nice, but I crave independence and I'm like, fuck, bro, I need to get back here and get in the groove.
Should apply for a job, bro. We could have had you.
Yeah, girl, I don't even know. Cause
next time.
I know.
But that's it. I think now that you're in Gisborne, hey, the bed's there, you made it, just line it now. Like, you just got to double down. Like, there's no real other way to, apart from saying, like, pull your finger out. Yeah, set a work schedule.
Shut the fuck up and like do it.
Yeah, 9 a.m. Yeah. Be at the desk, figure it out. And just go for it. Like, one thing Joni's been doing recently is her way, because she's the same. Yeah. Even though she's got a job, she struggles with like motivation. Me. You know? Yeah. Yes. She struggles with it. Because she's a pure creative and she's brilliant at what she does. But what she's been really good at lately is she'll go on to ChatGPT or Google Gemini and she just asks it for ideas. You've seen her do it, bro?
I do that.
She just sits there on her thing all the time. Yeah. And she goes, because she's no longer starting at a blank page. Yeah. You know, she's got someone else.
There's some help there. Yeah. You know, I've done that every now and then. They're
not going to give you the thing. Yeah. They're going to give you a starting block. Yeah. You know, and the coolest thing about those AI tools is that you can go to it, but like, hey, I'm a TikTok. Like, it probably knows you. Like, Google Gemini can probably find you because you've been around long enough now.
I've never tried Google Gemini.
Google Gemini is just ChatGPT. Same thing. It's just Google's version of it, of their own one.
Yeah.
And you can just go in it. You ask it like, hey, this is me. I'm stuck. I don't know what TikToks to make. Can you give me some ideas? Yeah. It's going to analyze your profile and then make give you ideas. Yeah. Most of them are going to suck, but one will go, oh, maybe not that, but this.
Yeah, and then it's the.
And then you just jump on it and making content, right?
Again, yeah.
So I reckon that you should just like, you've got an opportunity right now. You're at home. It's cheaper to live.
I know. Trust. Like,
no. Yeah. You just got to do it, bro.
I know.
You just got to make the commitment and like, treat it like it's a job. Pretend you've got a job. Yeah. Yeah. Just pretend you've got it. Trust me, like you talk to Joni about it. She does it. Yeah. As you start to do this work, the snowball happens. Yeah. And then you're unstoppable. Yeah. Like it just goes. Yeah. And then you'll be back in, you probably won't even, you'll fuck Auckland. I'm going to LA or whatever. You know, like,
I mean, that's the goal.
You know what I mean? Yeah, like you'll just go so hard that you'll just skip right past Auckland. Yeah. Yeah. And that's it. Like, so you could make another podcast or show or whatever. Yeah. And that's still relevant. Yeah. I wouldn't say not to do that, but actually just like the thing that got you through uni, that persistence, you just got to do it with content creation. Yeah. And I feel like it's definitely for me, I feel like it is this artist thing where it's like, oh, I've been doing this for so long, I'm a bit, oh, fuck.
Yeah, it's fucking, it's so hard because like, I know what I'm doing and I know what I should be doing and it's all in my head, but then it's like, but you got to execute it then. And that's the part where, like you said, you just got to pull your fucking finger out.
Just go do it.
And do it.
The longer you wait to get it into practice, the harder it is.
And as I've found now that it's fucking June and I'm like, well, I said that I was giving myself until the end of June to sort my life out and I haven't made really any progress, but... Well, actually, no, that's not true.
No, you've made progress.
That's not true.
You've made progress. You're not doing nothing.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. I was doing nothing for a while, though. I did take, I think, like 3 months off, like over the summer, just because uni and...
So did I, actually.
Yeah, like just other, mental health and all of that kind of went down. Yeah. So that's why I've been like really slow this year, just because, not that I don't know what to do, it's just that I'm still finding myself, and I'm still even figuring out if this is what I want to do. It's the craziest thing to say, but it's still... I'm always questioning, I'm always like, is this the right path or am I...
That's a real good thing to talk about because like a lot of people are like, I got to find my passion in life and like what I really want to do. Yeah. And there's this real, like there's a lot of study being done on it about how you don't find your passion through discovery. And what I mean by that is like, you don't stumble upon your passion. Yeah. It's not how it works. Yeah. You learn to grow love for something through competence. Yeah. So you get good at something by doing it that you end up falling in love with it. Yeah. So like being a content creator, you might have been quite good at it and you did a whole bunch of stuff and you're like, yeah, cool, great. But to truly become a passion, you got to work at the craft for 10 years or so, right? Yeah. And like a good example is they use is Steve Jobs. Yeah. So Steve Jobs, when he started Apple, he was a part of a commune. Yeah. Like he was like this hippie who hated everything. He only went to do Apple because he needed money. And then, well, it was a bit more complex than that, but essentially that was it. Yeah. He worked at his craft for so long. By the time he came back to Apple the second time, took over and became the fucking Steve Jobs we know him of, when he finally found his passion, it was through work. Yeah. He just grinded every day at it. Yeah. Didn't want to do it, but became a thing. Stephen King, another great example. Same just thing, grinds at it. Yeah. And now he's become super passionate about it. Yeah. So my advice to you is like to find yourself, do something. And it's this idea of like momentum makes momentum. So when you sit and ponder and try to find something, nothing happens. Yeah. Nothing happens. Yeah. My wife's trying it at the moment. My wife's like, I mean, she's got like, her problem is like privilege problem. Like she doesn't have to work. So therefore doesn't know what to do. And because she's trying to find the thing she wants to do, she's not finding it. Yeah. And I keep saying it, just do something. And recently she's got this golf group that she's created and it's going awesome. But you can see because now she's like got purpose. Yeah. Right? Because she's doing something every day. And now she's going, fuck, I really like this. This is awesome.
Bro, and that's what I want. Like a reason to wake up in the morning. I love content creation and everything, but like for me, it's like fucking getting up, going to my desk, putting the phone on in the quiet fucking room and going, these some 12 makeup tips for you, and then like fucking
Yeah.
back on my phone editing, and then it's like because I'm in Gizzy, I can't even just like go walk out in a city and just like revive my brain. Like it's really restricting in Gisborne. And I know I'm like putting those barriers on myself because I know it's mindset. Like I could just shut the fuck up and change that, but I'm too stubborn.
You know what you could do like something I did over lockdown to get this business going is I probably should wrap up. I'm already well over an hour. What I did in lockdown is I put out a piece of content every day. So that was my first thing. And I was LinkedIn at the time because that's where our biggest audience is for money making, right?
Yeah.
So I did LinkedIn post every single day. And then I called, like I set up calls to have calls with random people.
Yeah.
And then that eventually turned into what we called Nesia Network at the time, which was for Māori and Pacifica business owners to come together. Anyway, I had these like daily chats with people. And those daily chats were just like, what is everyone up to?
Yeah.
Where are you struggling? What are you working on? Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
But it was the community piece because you're isolated, right?
Yeah.
So in Gisborne, you're isolated from the rest of the creator world.
Yeah.
Not really, but you know what I mean? Like
Totally.
there's so much more out there.
Yeah.
So what if you just did like, okay, I do one piece of content every day or whatever, however many you do, I don't know. But then you go, I'm going to fucking go online and I'm going to message people and I'm going to try to get conversations with other makeup people or other cool creators I know. And you just make a thing in your diary every day and that 1 hour call with people from all around the world. They'll all say yes.
Yeah.
They'll all say yes. Trust me. That habit of doing that daily, someone will say something to you.
Yeah.
They go, oh, fuck, I should try that.
Yeah.
And then every day, because you're talking every day to people, all these other ideas come into your head.
Yeah.
But one of the hardest things is trying to do stuff on your own.
Yeah. Totally.
It's impossible.
And feeling unsupported as well. Like it's,
But no one's going to come and save you.
No.
So go save yourself.
And it's like, what am I going to sit here and moan that I can't make money from makeup videos? Like, shut
No
the
one's
fuck
gonna
up.
save
Like,
you.
that's not, yeah.
Go and do it yourself.
Yeah.
You know, go and create these environments where you have people coming to you.
Yeah.
You know, it's like I keep using Joni, but because it's probably the most similar to you in terms of like personality and person.
Yeah.
Joni's, the thing that's helped Joni get through the last couple of years working for me is the team.
Yeah.
The fact that she can come and have a team around her every day that support her and hold her up and give her the motivation. She couldn't have done half the shit she's done the last 2 years without her team.
Yeah.
She's the first to tell you.
Yeah.
The team, and so the same thing, you create your own team.
Yeah.
Okay, where's my team? Okay, there are other creators on their own everywhere else. Why don't I just jump on a call with them?
Hey.
Fuck, just start recording them.
This is why like so many creators listen to your podcast though, is because you just give away like such valuable advice.
I know what
just
it's
like, you know, oh, do that. And it's like,
so easy.
Obviously. Yeah. No, actually though, it's like, I wouldn't even fucking think about that. I would never thought to.
But you would love it.
Yeah, I would.
As if you
but
wouldn't love
I never
that.
thought of it.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
And
Thank
you know, I think where you're going to struggle is that, do they really want, do they want to talk to me? Who gives a fuck?
I was just going to say I don't really give a fuck anyway.
Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, that's why I was bullied so much. Everything happens for a
Who
reason.
gives a fuck?
Yeah.
If they won't say no, they'll just ignore you.
Yeah.
And so no one's ever like, who the fuck are you? I don't want to speak to you. No one does that.
Yeah.
They're just going to ignore you.
Yeah.
So just move on. Send out 100 messages.
Yeah.
Have you watched Fraser Guru?
No.
The 10,000 Dreams guy?
No.
Oh, man. You should find Fraser. I did an interview with him.
Yeah.
And he's trying to record 10,000 people's dreams. And he has recorded people from like fucking Mila Kunis and like Ashton Kutcher all the way through to like prime ministers and presidents and just everyone. He's nobody.
Yeah.
His content barely gets any viewership.
Yeah.
Because he just messages everyone all day long. He sends out 400 messages a day to people.
That kind of reminds me of like, you know who Bobby Althoff is? Yeah, it's the same kind of thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah.
Just message everyone
Just
until someone
go
says
for
yes.
it, and then suddenly you've got Drake and your Bobby Althoff now. She cracked it. And another one that just fucking came out of nowhere, but you don't ask, you don't get, right? Hey.
So,
man.
bro, and the best thing about you is you've got an audience already.
Yeah.
So when you reach out to people, they're like, "Oh yeah, cool. Fuck, he's not no one.
Yeah.
He's not just a random person trying to make it.
Yeah.
You know, like Bobby Althoff came from literally nowhere.
She's incredible.
Oh, fuck.
She's so incredibly smart. I love her.
I love her.
I love her.
I know.
Yeah.
And that's the sort of podcast that like Joni and I have always spoke about that she should do something similar.
Yeah.
You know, because she could do that character.
She so could actually. She do it a bit
character.
too well.
Yeah.
Probably
It's actually
me.
just her normal self.
Yeah.
Bobby puts it on. That is just Joni.
That's just Joni.
Yeah.
Scary.
Bro, any last questions for me? Because I've gone way over time, but who cares? Fuck. What do you got? You don't have to.
No, you've like overloaded my brain with
that was cool though.
inspiration. I'm excited to go back home now. Like I'm in Auckland for a week and it's gonna be no,
that's good.
To go back home and be like, fuck bro, fuck up. I got out of that once and then I gained my 100K on Instagram and now it's gone down and now I'm in my depresso again.
It's normal.
Shut up and get out of that now.
Yeah. I think what people need to hear is that that's normal.
Yeah.
Like we talked about, those dips are normal.
Yeah.
It's just now you have to decide, do I quit or go again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I'll always go again.
Yeah,
this is all I fucking know. Without my content, I'm the absence of a person. Like I don't know anything else. So I don't even have a fucking choice.
Yeah.
I've made my bed. Yeah.
Awesome, bro. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
My pleasure. All right.
Cheers. Bye, guys.